Welcome, everybody.
Woo!
Cheers, everybody, and welcome to the 24th episode of the American Idiot Show, featuring the one and only Mr. 4K himself, JEZ Collins, everybody. JEZ, 4K, my friend. I listened into your thank you stream yesterday, and I just want to say again, I appreciate the shout out, and I appreciate you coming on and supporting me, Dal, Connor, everything that I've been doing. You pushed me to do the YouTube thing. You know, whether you want to admit it or not, you don't have to claim me if you don't want to. I'm just saying, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. And I hope you are enjoying, you know, basking in your success, because you have had a lot of success. So how are you, man?
I'm all good, man. Okay, let me just put this here first. I'm no YouTube legend, right? I've been lucky. I've had great support from you guys, Lee, Kenny, and every other person, Connor, who's supported me from day one with my graphics, with what he's done. And I just like to support other people, you know. I like to go around different channels, chat to people. And the fact is, what I love about this YouTube, yeah, I said it last night, yeah. I would never have met you, TJ. I'd have never met Dal. I'd have never met Connor and Tony Claude, Warren's Team Talk, Del Boy, Kyle Walsh, Mama Flossie, and the Yeti. I mean, me and the Yeti really do get on very well. We're the same age. We like the same music, and we were very much into the
You guys
same
are like the new Bash Brothers. You guys are like the new duo, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like I've had people contact me today and say, "JEZ, well done, 4K, brilliant, fantastic. You didn't shout yourself out enough." I said, "Well, I didn't want to, because at the end of the day, it's not me that's done it. It's other YouTubers and all the supporters that come in, like Lenny Moon here, Matt Mama Flossie, Tony Ibra, Jaminio, Drew Gooner, Anthony Herbert, Luke James, all these people. It's all you guys that have come and followed me and supported me that has got me to 4K. I'm nothing special. I'm just an ordinary, everyday Arsenal guy. That I love to come and talk about Arsenal. I love to talk about the history, but I also love to come and talk to you guys. I love to come on your channel, other channels. I will always promote other people's channels, because that's what it's all about in my game. We're all little YouTubers, right? We're all still starting out. You'll be on 4K in probably a year, I would say. No question, doubt about that. And that's what it's about, man.
Yeah. I agree.
It's a community. It is a community. We're not AFTV. We're not up that sort of ilk. And I don't want to be, and I think I would want to be honest. I ain't got the time. I haven't got the inclination. But I like to promote other people, support them. They support me. I support them back. And that's what it's
100%.
about.
100%. No, I couldn't agree more. And you're a big reason why this channel has grown as much as it has. I mean, obviously I work my tail off, and so does Connor, so does Dal. But you know, it takes a village for sure. And I just want to say again, thank you very much, and congratulations on the 4K. You'll be at 5 in no time. It will be yeah. This is like, the 4K is a big deal, but the 5, it's just like after that, it's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm on 6 now. It's not a big deal, you know. So again, respect JEZ every single time, and yeah, let's talk some football. Dal,
what's up, TJ?
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Big shout out to JEZ. Not a whole lot more to say, but that hasn't been said yesterday and today, right? You are, of course, an inspiration to me, and of course, the real figurehead of, I think, this community. So I thank you for that, and what you've done for everybody in here. So, second of all, I'm doing great. Recovered from the camping trip. TJ went rafting.
I'm just glad you're alive.
Yeah, did a 4-hour float down the Lower Deschutes River, kind of through Lapine, Oregon. If you guys want to look on a map, this is sort of central Oregon. Beautiful area. But yeah, it was fun. A lot of beer, a little bit of smoky smoke, and that's kind of about it. Nothing too extreme. Great campfire. Had a lot of friends. A friend brought his dad out, who was 75 years old, had the time of his life.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a lot of good time. A lot of cornhole, a lot of axe throwing, actually. So a lot of horseshoes. It was good.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm kind of I missed the first game of the season, but I definitely saw the highlights of every single game, and boy, am I not happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the and I'll just describe it for the chat because I don't want to play it back, but the loud voicemails that me and Connor got in the WhatsApp were I had to turn it down in my car because Dal was just having it. He was laying into Arteta, and we're gonna get into why here in a second. But let's go down to this guy. I'm sure you guys have all noticed because you are all very, very observant people. The new layout for the American Idiot Show. We look like a semi-professional, nay, professional outfit here, Connor.
Yeah,
what do you have to say for yourself other than you're a boss and I have to say thank you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, big up to, I want to say, Will Stewart. He's a legend. He's on Tottenham away. And, you know, I like to sort of get ideas from different people. And the way his stream, if you haven't seen Will's streams, what are you doing? You need to go, even if it is Tottenham, you need to go over to his streams on Tottenham away. He does fantastic streams. And the work he does for that channel on his streams is immense. And I wanted to see if I could do something like that with TJ. I've always said to TJ, I want to make his streams look better and better because that's what I'm here for, and that's what I love doing. And I love coming on these shows. And look, Will's in the chat as well. Big up to Will. He's in the chat. And I wanted to do that. And listen, I've made this, and I think it looks a lot better than our last one. So hopefully we keep going up and up and up all the time. And maybe a new intro coming next week as well for the American Idiot. Look forward to that. And so I'm looking forward to today's show. I'm happy to be back. I don't think I've been on American Idiots for about 2 weeks.
You haven't been on in a minute.
Yeah, I was celebrating my birthday last week. So, and I'm actually off to Ireland tomorrow to see the family in the Republic of Ireland. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Are you gonna run into the volcano? Are you gonna be around the volcano?
I may do. Well, I am partying tomorrow night. So wish me luck. I'm literally flying there, partying tomorrow night. Then I'm back Sunday afternoon. So I've got to take it pretty easy tomorrow night. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But I'm looking forward to today's show, man. I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, me too. And again, everybody, if you are new, make sure you are smashing.
Last thing. Sorry, teacher. Last thing. You mentioned JEZ. I want to quickly say this because obviously I couldn't really say it on camera last night because you were obviously talking. But first thing, thank you very much for shouting me out again because you always do it. And every time you mention about the intro, I love it. It feels good knowing that I've done something for someone and it really helps and they love it that much. But also I want to say you were my first actual client, could you say, doing this. And the shout outs you gave me and what you've done, I don't think you've actually realized how far you've got me in connection with other people. Like I've had another message from another creator today, another Arsenal creator wanting me to help them with their channel, and it all started from you, JEZ, when you came to me looking for work and then you got my name out there. And I've done some stuff for Lee a couple of times as well. Didn't get through to it, but it still got to talk to Lee and he was helping me out here and there. So it all comes back down to you, JEZ. And I just want to thank you very much for it. And what you do for this community as well, it goes unnoticed, and you are a legend, mate. So I really appreciate everything you do, and you're a legend in yourself, even if you don't think you are. We all think it, and your content's amazing. You deserve all the success you get, mate. Honestly, you do. Just want to say that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean that means a lot. Look, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it again. It is the best intro on YouTube to the point.
It is. I'm not denying that. By the way.
If you watch the stream on Wednesday night when I was done with Lee and Kenny, 3 people came in and said, "This is the best intro on YouTube." And I mean, that says it all, Connor.
Yeah,
100%.
I can't promote it any more than that. And look, mate, thank you for that. That's a very kind comment you've made to me. Thank you. But at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about getting the content out, and I will promote you. I'll promote Dale. I'll promote TJ. I don't care. It is what it is. Yeah. I think the funny thing is, and I'm going to put this. I'm going to say this right. Probably because I'm the oldest in this group of tubers, if you want to put it that way. People like maybe look up to me and think, well, what JEZ says is correct. Not always, people. Not always. But Connor, respect you, my friend. You built that channel bigger because of that intro and that outro, and I can never ever say thank you enough, my friend.
I was seeing a lot of comments about the outro actually too. So everybody go over to JEZ's channel. If you are watching this on playback, go subscribe to JEZ's channel right now. Arsenal History and More. Let's get him up to 5K immediately, everybody, immediately. And if you are a part of my 442 subscribers and you haven't subscribed to Just Collins, that's a problem.
Subscribe here. Subscribe.
But everybody again. All right. So big up everybody in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you are subbing, hitting the notification bell. We are looking like a professional outfit today. Let's do it. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's see how happy of a weekend we are going to have, guys. We have Crystal Palace away, Selhurst Park. I got to talk to you guys. I get nervous. I think we're going to win, but I get nervous with all the injuries we have, and that's why it's in the title. It says Arsenal have left back problems, and some Arsenal fans are like, "No, we don't." I don't know why you're saying that, TJ. Why would you say certain things like that? A certain Arsenal fan we have in common, Connor, was asking me, "Come on, TJ, we don't have problems. We have Zinchenko and Kirior.
Yeah,
we're fine." I don't think we're fine. I think we're in trouble. Because when we go up and play against anybody else that isn't named Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, no offense, Yeti, Luton Town, Sheffield United, we're going to run into some problems. Teams that can actually attack, when we eventually run into them, like the Man Uniteds of the world, the Man Cities of the world, it might be a long day at the office. But I wanted to come to Dal with this first because Dal spoke very passionately about some of the managerial decisions and personnel decisions that Arteta has been making to start the season out.
Right.
So, Dal, the floor is yours, man. The floor is yours.
Well, the first thing I saw was obviously Thomas Partey at right back. I mean, just looking at that right off the get kind of makes you think, what are we continuing from last season? So I kind of want to play onto what JEZ said as well. It's that it was a lot of it. It's his ego. He's thinking he can experiment and tinker around with the team already at the beginning. We're just continuing on what we did last season. So I don't know why, first off, we're not playing the positions in their right spots. I know this has been covered in some of the other shows, and it just, to me, it sets a tone, right? If you start messing around and tinkering with positions and formations and so forth, it's obviously that he doesn't know his 11 and that he's just kind of, again, doing it for his own ego. Oh, look how I can, win the league, or look how I can propel the club up the table if I specialize, move, and do all these chess piece moves. It doesn't make sense. And so that's where my anger comes from, is that it's like, just play the players at their natural positions. I mean, at times Wenger did that, but he only really did that when we had, injury crisis. I think we have some injuries, but I don't think we're in a real crisis. You could still have put Kieran Tierney at left back and still play Saliba. You could have played Gabriel. You could have played Kirior in the middle. You could have still, had Ben White at the right back. I just don't understand the inverted play that he's trying to do, because from what I saw, Thomas Partey was the inverted right back. So are we going to switch the invertedness now? And I think Arteta's confused. I'm confused. And again, it's setting the tone for the week in and week out games. And I know if we're all kind of confused, the players have to be in some way, shape, or form. And if Zinchenko's coming back, I just don't think he's going to hit the ground running by Monday. I'm worried. I'm worried that we're going to draw, possibly draw on Monday. And I just don't feel like already we don't have that zap in the play that we had last season already. It's just looking a little bit lost. And I know that we've got 3 new players out there. Well, 2 now. And I just think Arteta needs to really, really go back to the drawing board and start at phase 1, figure out the right formation. And for me, I don't know about you guys, is 4-2-3-1 with Rice and Partey in front of the back 4. I just, and of course Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, and Jesus up front when he's fit. It boils my blood to see Eddie Nketiah start a game and Thomas Partey at right back. It makes no sense, TJ. None. And I'm just worried that thought process is going to just carry on. And I'm already ticked off to what I'm going to probably see on Monday because I feel he's going to go with the same formation. And I'm already just disappointed and somewhat discouraged, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
So my interest a little bit subsided.
I mean, the volume level subsided just a little bit,
right.
but the content is there, the passion is there. I want to hear from Connor though. Connor, I personally think like the he was just tinkering. He wasn't taking Forest seriously, and we almost had to pay for it with what could have been a draw in the last minutes of that Forest game at home. By the way, at home boggles my mind. Like I said, I've never seen a more uninspired win in my obviously short fandom compared to you guys. But it just did not inspire a lot of confidence. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah, it's interesting because when I look back and I think that Arteta thought to himself, right, Nottingham Forest, in no respect to Forest, Nottingham Forest, easy one. Let's just take the mick. Let's just put whatever I want there, and that comes down to the inexperience and lack of judgment and management. And not only did he make a mistake in the starting 11 and the way he done it, he also made a mistake in Urian Timber. And I will say it again. I believe that Arteta and the medical team are the reason that Timber has that injury. No one can tell me different. He came off that pitch with a knock. He had some feeling in his leg. Now, from what I've been told, when I went on Tottenham Away last night, big up Tottenham Away, go subscribe. I got told it was the other leg that he had the discomfort in. Now, that's fair enough. Apparently, he was assessed and he was given the all clear. But I find it quite strange how he comes on the pitch, then 5 minutes later he does his ACL. I'm just saying, the fact it was 5 minutes after that whistle was blown and he's done probably one of the worst injuries you can get in football and still carry on playing after it. I just find it a bit suspect in my opinion. I still think that they didn't check him fully because obviously they're going to come out and say, they're not going to come out and say, well, we checked him half, but we thought he was okay. They're going to say we checked him fully, aren't they? They're not going to just say, oh, yeah, we didn't really check, but we thought he was okay because they don't want to out themselves like that. So I don't think they've done it properly. I think they just said, right, you look fine. We'll just send you out. I think that medical team needs looking into as well. I know it's side of the match, but it's crazy how Timber has had no major injury in his career so far. He plays 2 games for Arsenal Football Club and he gets one of the worst injuries you can pick up as a player. Need I say more? But going back onto the game and Arteta, and especially Crystal Palace, you cannot be against Luton Town even. We've seen it against Southampton last season when we drew them 3-3. Any game can be a loss, whoever it is, whether they're in 20th or not, because Southampton were last and we drew to them. So you can't be testing the waters against these teams. You can't be. You've got to be playing your best 11. And we've had a whole pre-season. Arteta's had those 3 players, Havertz, Timber and Declan Rice, throughout all of pre-season and training. He should know what his best 11 is and his best formation. Not playing Ben White at centre-back and Partey at right-back. Every Arsenal fan knows what our best, by the left-back position, what our best back 4 is, and having two DMs and a 4-2-3-1, or doing a 4-3-3. It is as simple as that. And I get maybe Arteta's trying to do new things because teams will start to figure us out, try something different. But in a situation like this where you've had a month to 2 months to figure this out, and you still were testing the waters, it doesn't give me a whole hope of confidence going into the season.
Right.
And not that, going into and with a performance like that against Forest, but everyone's going to hide it under all the top gunners are going to hide it under the curtains, hide it under the rug. Sorry, because we won. If we didn't win it, it'd have been a different story. But because we won, it was 3 points. Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry. We won't think about it now. But if he does it against Palace and we lose, then they'll start talking about it. That's the thing. That's the problem we have. So I hope he learned from it. I hope we go with a normal team on Monday night. That includes Trossard. Unfortunately, even though I know Nketiah will start, and I understand, because I was talking to Stefan last night and took him away, what can you do to just get a win for once? And fair play, he scored. But we all know for a fact that Trossard offers more up front. It's factual. We all know that Trossard, in my opinion anyway, offers a lot more than Eddie Nketiah does up front.
I think the stats back you up, Connor. The stats back you up.
But then I've been told in 18 games, in 18 starts, he's scored 16 goals throughout his whole. Not in a season. Sorry, you might have thought in a season. That's in his whole Arsenal career. Just making that clear. In his whole Arsenal career. So, listen. As much as I don't want to go on Eddie Nketiah and have a go at him because I fucking do it every stream now. He's just not Arsenal quality. He's not Arsenal quality.
It's not his fault. He's getting picked. It's not his fault.
And when I think of a striker, we don't have to just play a striker. We can play a centre forward because that's what Trossard's doing. And we many a times played Trossard, and we've done a role where him and Martinelli are switching. Martinelli is going into the centre forward role. He's on the wing. You don't just need a striker to be in striker. Does that make sense? You know, you can have a centre forward like Trossard who can pick passes, but also can get a goal now and then. Some of the goals he scored for us have been fantastic, as we all know. So, and it just doesn't seem right that Arteta's bought him for this match for 30 million and he's not playing him. But I know he won't play because Eddie scored the other day and he probably wanted to keep him going on a goal scoring record, which I can understand. But you can't be buying a player and saying to him, I'm benching you for a hefty fee as well. And that was Brighton's main man, by the way. He was one of their star players. So, yeah, I'll say more. But hey, here's what it is. To wrap it up a bit, we need to go to Monday night with our strongest 11. No if buts, maybes, cutting corners, 3 at the back, whatever, 2 at the back even for all we know. 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 with your best 11. Simple as that. It's clear as day.
The best 11 playing in their natural, normal positions, just like we started out last season. So, like I said before, we're starting out like we did at the end of last season, and we got, I think, 1 win out of that. When we beat Newcastle 2-0, it just doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you go back to the team and the formation that helped you win those first, I think, 12 games? And it's added, like Jez has said it 100 times, it's attitude and ego. He wants to win in a certain special way, so he gets recognized for winning in a certain special way. Like someone said in the chat, is Thomas Partey better going up front than Ben White? No, I want Ben White to overlap and then get back and defend. That's what he's supposed to do. Thomas Partey is not an overlap right back player. He is a center defensive mid who can play on the right or left side, depending on what side Tyler wants to attack from, and use the box-to-box mid. It's simple. It's very freaking simple. And this is where Arteta complicates it because of his own ego, and it's going to be the downfall. And it's set the tone. You can see the players are looking around. Some of them, I watched the highlights of the game, TJ. They're looking around like not knowing where the hell to go. And Odegaard was a ghost in the second half. So somebody tell me, the chat, TJ, Jez, Connor, tell me what's going to go. What are we to expect on Monday?
I want to know what Jez thinks.
Well, look, let's put it on the table, right? We have one of the best left backs in the league, Kieran Tierney. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't get I just don't understand what's happening there. I seriously don't. But I'll tell you my lineup, and I'll explain it to you. Right? I go 2-1-3-4. Martinelli, Saka up front. Yeah. Trossard or Havertz behind. That, I believe, is Havertz's natural position. He's not a striker, but he can sit there. He's a big fella. He can win the ball. We then have Rice, Odegaard, Partey. Yeah? That, I think, is a very decent midfield. You've then got Tierney, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White. I mean, that's a great 11. You can't knock it. I mean, I'd like to have had, unfortunately, we've lost Timber, but
Yeah.
the fact that he's gone for the season, and that's it, wiped out, which still angers me about Arteta's arrogance. And I'm going to come. I agree with you, Dow. It frustrates me intensely that Arteta continues to tinker about. He had a pre-season where you tinker, you mess, you put out different formations. You've got the opportunity in pre-season to play every player in your squad. So you might start with a 2-2-3-3 or 2-3-4 or whatever. It doesn't matter. But in the second half, you'd say, "Oh, okay, that's not. I'm not happy with that. Let's mix this up a little bit." This is, I think, where I get frustrated with Arteta. His lack of ability to come out with a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
When we played Forest at the weekend, we went out with a slow start. We then played with a little bit of intensity, 2 goals, sit back. They catch us on the break on a few occasions. Second half, no real intensity again. They get that goal and he goes defensive at home at the Emirates. Now, if we are away at Old Trafford, 2-1, or Anfield, or Spurs, Chelsea, I can live with that. I can get with it. I think, okay, you're going for the 3. We're at home, people. And he goes defensive. That shows no ambition at all. First game of the season, 2-0 up, 2-1, and he brings on Gabriel, takes off Saka, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? This is our home turf, and you are going defensive. You should be going now to push to win, to get that 3rd goal. No, not with Arteta. And the fact is, he sits there still on the sideline, right, micromanaging. And I think it honestly causes a problem in the team. He sits there, right,
For sure.
Start the game. They have their pre-match tactical chat, right? The players think, right, that's my job today. That's what I've got to do. I'm going to work with you today. I'm going to work with you. The defence, we're going to be a unit. Ramsdale's going to be like, right, come on, boys, this is what we're going to do today. And then all of a sudden, after 5 minutes, you see Arteta on the sidelines going up.
It's like he's bringing in a Navy ship.
Yep. Bringing the plane in.
Bringing a plane in on the carrier, Jez.
I first called that 2 years ago when I was at Brighton away, and I was 3 seats away from behind the box. I could hear him what he was saying, right? And he was like, "Partey, come here, Partey, come on, here, come here." And Partey, literally in the second half, went up to him. He's like, and you could see saying, "What the hell do you want me to do?
Yeah.
What do you actually want me to do?" 1 minute you're telling him to go forward, then you're telling him to come back, then you're telling him to go inside, then you're telling me to come out wide, and like you can see the poor guy was like,
Yeah.
What?
Let him play, Arteta. Let him play.
Never seen this before.
And I'm like, I was sat there like, really? This is what your management is, that you just are like calling players here, calling players there. They haven't got a clue what they're bloody doing now. Because their minds are confused. Because he's such an arrogant prick, right? Yeah. The players won't challenge him because they're thinking, well, I've got to go with what he's telling me because I want to play next week. And that is the problem. Nobody will stand up to him. We do not have player strong enough now to say, actually, Arteta, you're talking shit. We did in Aubameyang. And what happened to him? Outed.
Yep.
Sent to play and train on his own, sold or got rid of. Because this guy, it's either his way or it's the highway. Nobody is prepared to challenge him. And that is going to cost us. I'll tell you now, it's going to cost us because his arrogance last weekend was a disgrace with Jurien Timber. The medical staff, I think, are absolutely bloody useless. Because if I was the doctor, the club doctor, I'd be saying, not sure about this. I think we need to, rest him up because it could be something naughty. We'll get him a scan tomorrow morning and we'll take it from there. That doctor, if he said to Arteta, even though Jurien Timber apparently said, I'm happy to go on, it's not his decision. It's the manager. It's the doctor says to him, no, sorry, son. We're going to strap you up and you're going to, we've got Gabriel on the bench. He's coming off. And I'm now going to change everything in the defence now because I don't want to risk you. You're a new player, 35 odd million. No, I need you. I need you in the Champions League.
Yep.
Right.
I wouldn't. You're right, Jez. Like, why have him start in the first game? Like, why? What is it? Why have him start in the first game? Made no sense.
Listen, Matty, this time I'm going to quote him. Now, this. Don't you find this funny? Now, if you look at it, we brought in Jurien Timber, and do you know what? Hats off to Edu and Arteta here. Very smart signing. I thought he was coming in for a centre back and right back. Turns out he can play left back too, very well from what we've seen. So it was seen that he will play a very vital part to our season because he can go anywhere where we want him to go. He can play there, right? We've gone ahead, and this is again lack of judgment and lack of leadership. We've now gone ahead and injured this guy for over half the season, probably even more than that, because it may even be longer than 6 to 7 months. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. We now have the exact same defense we had last season.
Yeah.
Right. We have the exact same defense.
Oh, but people haven't clocked that, though, Connor. It's going to be fine. We got Zinchenko coming back. It's all going to be gravy.
It's all fun and games until Saliba gets injured, and then we're back to where we were last season.
Right.
And then we can't compete because having Saliba out of the team is the biggest hole ever. And then Timber would have filled that in, and we could have been all right. But he's gone ahead and missed that and fucked it. So
if we have Kiwior and Holding coming in and in the starting 11, I think I'm going to turn this channel into like a Golden Girls watch along channel. Like we might as well not even do this.
And did Arteta give a real reason for keeping Gabriel out? It's like, what I can understand it. Okay, Tierney's not his favorite, right? But he's really supposed to be second in line to Zinchenko.
Yeah.
When you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, I know he's way down the list, but in reality, he's the second left back. Play him, Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White. It makes that's what pisses me off, Connor. Like you said before, it just makes zero sense. Why tinker the first game of the season? If we would have drawn or lost that game, then what?
Everyone would have been.
In reality, Timber could really be an impact sub for either Tierney or White, right? 65th minute, bring Timber on. Fantastic. Havertz, not a starter. Bring him on for Odegaard in the number 10, like Jez says, 65, 72nd minute. They're impact subs. And now that we've seen them rotate in the first team, except for Timber, obviously, and Rice is going to do a good job. But does Havertz deserve to start? No. Yeah. No. Partey should have been where he should have been, partnered up with Rice. Havertz could have came on for Odegaard because we don't want to see Vieira there, God forbid, right? So it's like he's already using his impact subs, which were bought to give us experience depth, right? They were used to give us depth when we needed it in the upcoming cup games. But when you start playing your depth first, you're just like you said, Connor, you get a couple injuries like with Saliba or something, we're back to square one. So I don't understand why he's playing the experience depth first over the team that we basically had the same players that we had at the very beginning of last season. And we saw success with.
It's not just that.
Why we would break that formula.
It's not just that. It's the fact that we've brought a player on that we know is injured. And we've done this before. Thomas Partey against Spurs when he first joined the club. Do you remember when he came to the sidelines and he said, Gaffer, I can't. I will literally ruin myself if I carry on playing. Tottenham were on an attack, and this guy fully shoves him out onto the pitch and says, no, go run. And he's made the injury worse. So this isn't the only one time Arteta's done this. And this is where, and I'm going to say it again, the lack of experience. I don't even think it's lack of experience. I think it's just common sense. Because if that was me, when I see that this signing is so important to our season, I'm saying you're off. And I'm going to sound a bit like a broken record if people watched Tottenham away last night. Ange Postecoglou, Spurs manager, 2-2 against Brentford the other day. Romero scores a header, 1-0. He has concussion. Concussion's nowhere near ACL, but it's still an injury. He has the man management to say, you're our best defender. I'm not risking you carrying on. If you go out during the season, we're screwed. Already in the first game, we're screwed. He takes him off and he puts on Davinson Sanchez so he doesn't worsen the injury. Even though Romero says, I want to stay on, I want to carry on, he still takes him off. That's man management. That's saying, I don't want to mess our season up. And here we are back to square one. And that's why, because I said it last night, and yeah, they get a bit of backlash for it, but it makes sense. You're taking off your player that you know has an impact in your squad. Even if it is concussion, it's still an injury and you don't want to worsen it. Even if the player's saying, I want to carry on, boss, I want to carry on. He still took him off and said, listen, I'm not making you worse. Do you want to be out for said months? No, I'm taking you off now and we'll bring you on if you need to come on in the next game. We'll start in the next game. He still brought him on.
Can I ask for a clarification, because I don't want to big up Ange Postecoglou too much. This is an Arsenal channel. I can't stand Spurs. I think he was forced to bring him off.
Yeah.
So because there was a collision in the box, and Tottenham away, go ahead and freaking try to mud me or tell me I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure concussion protocol called for after he got the head knock. I believe it was with Mbeumo. He came out. He got the header, great header goal by Ramiro. You just got to say it as a fan. It was a great goal. But after that header, they were like, they weren't sure if he had gotten a concussion off of that encounter with Mbeumo. So they had to bring him off after that.
Yeah.
So if it was good on Ange, great, good for him. But I'm pretty sure it was protocol that brought Ramiro off. And Ramiro was fuming. You can tell Ramiro was
but even so, they still brought him off. That's the thing. And now they've got Romero probably for next week. Or this Sunday, this weekend, or maybe the weekend after. That's the thing. You just, in those moments, and it's the start of the season, guys. It's the first game. And he's going to be injured. I can't wrap my head around, even if the medical team apparently said it's all good, which we don't know, by the way. No one was in that dressing room, bar the players and the medical team and Arteta. We weren't in there, so I'm not hearing they came out into an interview and said, we done this with it, because we don't actually know what was going on in that dressing room when it happened, when it took place.
Right. I
personally think they assessed him and said, right, he can still play, but we wouldn't risk it. And Arteta said, listen, no. Again, this is a prediction. I'm not saying this actually happened. This is another prediction, like saying when they come out and say, no, this happened. I just don't understand how they can say he's fine. He comes on the pitch and gets an ACL tear 5 minutes later. It just doesn't make sense to me. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that can happen out of the blue. And especially when you can see he comes off, and yes, you can say it was the different leg. I understand that. He comes off with something wrong with his leg. It might have been this, it might have been left, might have been the right. I don't know if it was a different one. But even so, it just feels like a bit of a coincidence that he then comes on and gets an ACL tear. I'm just saying.
I don't think it was a coincidence at all. And they basically have a hospital under that tunnel behind in those dressing rooms. They could easily have done a scan, found something was wrong, and maybe he tore something, compensating for something else. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know. It's all speculation, but I don't think he should have come back out. I really don't. Like, at the end of the day, he limped off the field in the first half, and we threw him back on. It should have happened.
I don't think he should have played at all. I don't think he should have played at all. He's an impact sub.
Yeah.
You put him in for Kieran Tierney, or you put him in for Ben White. That's the versatility of him. He had no reason to start that game. No reason. I mean, yeah, he's great. He looks great, but he had zero reason to start that game. He could have started Kieran Tierney and Gabriel right next to Kivior.
You could have started Kivior if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was already taking the piss with the lineup. He wasn't expecting Forrest to put up the fight that they did. So why risk it? That's my whole thing.
Right.
We had a 2-0 lead at that point.
Exactly.
To me,
It wasn't needed on the pitch. He wasn't needed on the pitch. You've got a perfectly good left back on the bench. It's not like we're running out of options and this is the last day. This is the first game of the season at home. You're 2-0 up. I listen. I know we've had the interview and he said all this about we've assessed him and he was all right. It was an accident. Okay, I understand that. He said what he said, and you got at the end of the day, you do have to believe what was said. If they lied, they're the biggest a-holes you probably ever met. If they really lied about it, but I just can't. I'm fuming with the injury like everyone else. I'm really fuming because he was fantastic when he played against Man City and when he played the first half against Forest.
I think he was our player of the preseason next to Trossard. I was really excited.
Definitely, and just the fact that he comes on 5 minutes and he comes off with an injury, it just doesn't seem right. 5 minutes, and it's the worst injury you can get. Like, yeah, it could have been a coincidence, it's so unfortunate, but something just seems off to me. It just doesn't feel right, But hey, it is what it is. He's out. What can we do? We're back to last season again. So unless we bring someone in, that is, I don't think we will, but we'll see.
All right, so final thoughts, and then gosh, guys, it doesn't even seem like we've been going that long. We're already 40 minutes in. Everybody keeps smashing the likes up. No, time goes extremely fast with these guys, especially when we got the OG crew on. We got JEZ on. I mean, the conversation just flows. It's not even hard anymore. And we got 29 inside on a Friday night. Smash the like. Big up everybody inside.
Friday night with us, the American Idiot Show.
Yeah, absolutely. The American Idiots. Speaking of American Idiots, so after you smash the like, after you sub, what do you think of this shirt? What do you think of this shirt?
So
I had to get the shirt. I had to get it. I get every shirt.
No respect.
I knew I was gonna get absolutely rinsed, so I'm just gonna call it out.
Do you know what? When we were in school, I don't know if you have it in America. When we were in school, when you play like football, you have these things called bibs that you wear when you like color. Yeah, that is literally what you're wearing right now.
I was thinking about it before I got on the stream. I'm just like, you know what? After this, I should go running at night. Nobody would hit me with their car. Literally,
yeah, you're like a lollipop lady.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm not a fan of that kit whatsoever, TJ.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, this is a good shout.
That shirt is that shirt apparently is based on a map of Islington.
It is, yeah. I read that.
I don't know the map of Islington off the top of my head, but it doesn't look like it to me. I actually think it's absolutely shocking. But
there's TJ's brand. There's TJ's Nan.
That's what TJ's wearing right now.
TJ's
Hey, yeah, that's what you have on your shirt, mate.
Yeah.
TJ, I got this.
This is the first L from Adidas because I've actually loved Adidas's kits when they joined Arsenal. This is the first L they've taken.
Oh man, no, but the third one though that they released today is the W, and I'm gonna get that next paycheck. I'm getting that one, and I'm getting Trossard on the back.
The third shirt was the shirt they won, the last one wore in 1982.
Wow!
Oh wow!
Wow!
Hey Jez, do you have a blue and yellow Dial Square jersey?
Have I got the what?
A blue and yellow jersey, blue and yellow Arsenal kit.
Yeah, I've got loads of them.
That's the one right there. The Dial Square days, right? From Dial Square.
I've actually still got my original bruised banana.
There you go.
Oh.
Hang on.
I'm getting absolutely rinsed in the chat. What?
Who's on the back of your shirt? You got a number on the back.
Oh yeah, no, I got a number on the back. Do we want to show the people?
Yeah, of course, man. Go on.
Jamino. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Jamino, drink it in, mate. Drink it in.
Oh my god.
Jamino is fuming.
Gonna put a hit out on you guys. Oh, that's a nice one, Jez.
There we go.
That's nice, bro. Classic.
That is my one my wife bought for me on my 30th birthday, 1991.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's an original bruised banana. A bit faded on the badges, but it is what it is.
That's awesome. Pristine condition.
I'll never get a name on this shirt unless he's proven.
I
That's
view
what
the
I said.
shirts
What
as
does that mean?
and we can go through the shirts that I have, but I view the
That's
shirts
nice,
as like a
dude.
snapshot in time almost. Like I have
Oh wait, let's do that
I've
another
got
week
like
because I've got
six or
something I
seven.
need to
It's
get.
all
I
up
don't
in
have it
there.
on me, but I want to show something maybe next week for if we're showing old shirts.
okay. Well, we could do we could do an episode
A
on
shirt
old
show.
shirts. I feel like
Do
we
you
have
know
a
who we
bunch of cool show ideas that we've been talking about in the background, but we just need to get off the ground. But yeah, no. See, some people like it. Big up Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is going to come out. I think he's going to absolutely be a class player. Once they get bedded in a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
He could have scored 2 goals there actually because he had 2 really good
Yeah.
chances.
No, he played well. He played well against Forest, but you know,
Once Rice stops playing right wing, then he'll.
No, we need if we're doing shirts. I think there's only one man that we really do actually need to have on this show. If we're doing shirts, and that is Strasbourg Steve. That is who we need to have on the show.
Hey, I'm ready.
Green one.
Yeah.
I'd get that. I used to have one from back in the day. It's gone now, but I would probably get that because I like that.
I think it's classic. I think it's class.
I don't like that one, TJ. Sorry, man.
No, it's the worst shirt. No, Jez, it's easily the worst shirt I own. But I had to get it just because I always get the shirts.
It looks more like what we'd wear before we're going out on the pitch. That's what it looks more like.
It looks like a warm up.
The green. Did you notice the green and blue's got an old badge? The green and blue's got
just the cannon.
It's got the cannon with the AFC.
Yeah.
I don't get this. Why have they done that when they don't promote it on the main home shirt? I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand. And I still say this to you guys, right? I think it's absolute bullshit why we had to lose the proper crest. People tell me it's because when Arsenal went to be a global thing, it might offend certain communities that there's a thing in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everton has still got theirs. So why did we have to lose ours? And I actually put a letter to Arsenal when they did that. All right, if you don't want it in Latin, just put it in English. Victory through harmony.
Yeah.
Why did you lose the badge? It's the club crest. It's been there for over 110 years, right? So why disrespect the club by doing that? And I that's when I fell out of love with Arsenal as a supporter of what they were doing when we went to the Emirates, because we became a plastic club. And I don't like that, because if people don't want to support the club because of a crest that has Latin on it, then don't support it. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I don't care. If you want to support the club, you don't care what it says on the badge. You support club. You support the team, right? And I found that when they did that, I lost all respect, because I don't care about who watches the club, wherever you come from, what other colour, creed you are. I don't care, right? But the fact that people complain and make the club change what it is, no, I don't have time for that. And that is what this world has become. That people that fall into, it's got to be correct. We've got to be nice. We've got to do this. No, bollocks. Piss off. If you don't want it, piss off. Because at the end of the day, this club's been around since 1886. None of us were there when it was formed. We support this club, and we support it. We love it. And I will not be told what should happen at this club by people, right, that have these stupid beliefs and that to me is disrespecting the club.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh, I think that JEZ, it only comes back to one thing. It's money, global appeal. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. It's literally tuning the club and the image to be a global brand. And that's the beginning and the end of it. I mean, it's the same thing that they did with Man United. They got rid of the ships off their crest too, because people were getting offended by it for one reason or the other. And then we can get into that, but it's just one of those things where it's all about the money at the end of the day. And to the people that might upset the people that have a certain investment in an icon. I mean, old logos for old teams for me, like the Denver Bronco D, like the old school. Now you know what I'm talking about. The old school D with the Bronco. Yeah, no, when they changed that to be in the 90s to be like this Bronco that was like angry and snoring for it, I'm like, really? Do we have to do that? But it's all about the money. It's all about sales, unfortunately, and. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta post. So I'm wearing this jersey. It's an L, right? Stylistically, it's an L. But I gotta go ahead and just get it out there because I took another L this week, and just go ahead and get it out there and right now and take my lashings and move on. Oh, yikes!
All right, I was be interested.
Yikes!
Here we
go. I'm just gonna hide my face here. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it, Connor. I'll do it. Don't do it. I'll do it.
No, you guys. Oh dear. Hey, do you know what? It's not that bad. It's for the first week. It's not that bad. You could have done worse.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, it didn't end up well for me. I made a couple of adjustments, guys. We're gonna get in. This is my first week of doing this. I've never actually done this before. Like the bonuses and all that stuff. I wasn't familiar with any of that. So obviously I had Holland and as the captain. He scores 2 goals. That's great. But like other than that, I got absolutely rinsed. So
yeah. I think I was a bit stupid. I think I was probably one of the only people to not captain Haaland because I was thinking, right, Rashford's gonna bag. Surely Rashford's gonna bag against and he didn't. So yeah, it is what it is. But I haven't made that mistake again. I'm making sure I'm actually. You know what? I've been cocky. I'm captaining Diaby this weekend. I think he'll score a couple against. Is it Everton they're playing? And Everton I know they won against Sheffield United the other day, but they're really bad. And I reckon on Sunday Aston Villa will take it to him. I'm thinking that Diaby might get a goal or two. So and plus City are playing Newcastle. I do think that Newcastle could defend pretty well. So maybe Haaland won't get through. So just a little thought. Don't always captain Haaland, but hey, I may get jinxed it. But yeah,
I bet he absolutely. I bet he sauces.
Yeah, probably now. Yeah, I'll probably get absolutely demolished now this week.
But at least they're getting Man City out of the way first. And you know what? On that thought, let's go ahead and get into predictions. What do you guys say? Let's do it. All right, let's go.
If I'm right, there should be a question. Never mind. Do you know what? So I was going to say I could have figured out a way to like.
I see you taking mental notes over there, Connor. It's totally
fun. I'll probably after the streams. I'll probably have a little tinker around and see how I can make things.
It's totally cool, man. It's really cool.
This
looks incredible the way it is right now.
I've won that a couple times, like through years ago. The league or whatever, the fantasy league. But there's a points where I just get caught up. I forget about it or something, and it's just like I don't know. It's a little too stressful for me, I guess. Just trying to remember change players and stuff. It's, a little much.
Yeah. So all right. So winner of last week was Brian Daigle. Everybody, Brian Daigle wins week 1 of weekly predictions. Big up Brian Daigle. Tottenham on tour. Go and follow Tottenham on tour if you haven't already. Brian Daigle, absolute legend. Killed it on the show last week. It was a pleasure having him.
It's now my turn because I got 3.
You blew it.
Yeah, I was trash. But even because obviously those predictions I sent to my mates and I got trashed. Like some of my mates got 16 points. Like he got like 4 wins in a row, like 3 points. I thought, Jesus. So I had a stinker. So hopefully I had a better one. I've just realised we've just missed the Forest game. Is what it is. Is what it is. We just missed the Forest game.
Forrest got a 90th minute winner, apparently. I got to go back and watch the highlights. Yeti's not in the chat right now because he's off drinking and celebrating his team's first win.
It was Chris Wood. Chris Wood got the winner. Jesus. Chris Wood got the winner. Wow.
Yeah, but so coming in first, we had Brian Daigle with 10. That was a great call. 3-way tie for second. JEZ absolutely killing it. 8 points. Jaminho, 8 points. And Dietrich's Kane, the Bayern, he's on loan permanently to Bayern Munich now that Mr. Kane has gone there, and he scored in his debut, by the way. So good for Kane, I guess. Let's go ahead and who's the rest here? So then me and Strasburg Steve tied for fourth tie. We got Yeti and with 5 points, not really respectable, but not really a absolute dross perspective or performance. And then there was Connor, who, once again, I just got to say,
I'm the guy who does his job. You must be the other guy.
Yeah. So, all right, we're done. We're done with the clips. I'm taking the piss with the clips. All right, we'll go ahead and get into this week. We got some interesting ones this week. Obviously, we aren't going to do Sheffield versus Nottingham Forest because that was in the middle of the show. Thank you all, everybody who came over from Lee's stream, everybody who came over from Yeti's stream. Really, really appreciate it. We got 30 inside. Make sure you're smashing the likes. And if you have your predictions, make sure you leave them in the comments after the show. Not in the chat right now, but in the comments after the show. I will put you on there because then I see all you guys putting your scores in there and not commenting them, and then I feel bad and have to go through the live chat. I'm not going to do that anymore, everybody. I'm not going to do that anymore. So make sure you are commenting them afterwards. Or if you have me on Instagram, message them to me on Instagram. I'll take them that way too. TJ Warren on Instagram.
TJ, I got to run real quick.
You got to run?
I do.
Oh, man. All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. All right. All right. He'll be back, everybody. Okay. So here we go.
Sweet.
First, we got Luton Town.
It's being postponed.
Burnley. Kenilworth. Is this at Kenilworth Road or is it not? I thought they could.
It's been postponed, TJ.
Oh, it's been postponed? Okay.
Yeah, because so Luton Stadium hasn't ready yet.
All right. So they aren't even playing this week?
Nope, their game's just been completely cut off. I mean, I just think why they didn't play Burnley versus Luton, as in go to Burnley and play it.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe because they had a home game last week. I don't know. But yeah, bit weird. Also, quickly, Will, do you have any Spurs players in your team? I'm just curious. You got 2 Gooners.
I have Basuma.
Do you? I was going to think of getting Madison in there because I think he's going to be pretty good for them. But
yeah, Madison was their best player, I think.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
All right. Liverpool Bournemouth visiting Anfield. Yep. We'll start with JEZ. What do you think, JEZ?
Right, hang on.
He's got a list already. I can tell he's already got a list.
2-0.
2-0.
All right. Oh, by the way, Tyler Adams, my American, going to Bournemouth. We got a here we go from Fabrizio.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, Jaminho says 3-0. And I only do this for Jaminho, by the way, people, because Jaminho is my favorite mod. I've asked him to come on. Okay, him and Flossie are my favorite mods. I'm not even gonna lie. Screw you, Tottenham away. You're a mod, but I don't care about you. All right. Connor, what do you think?
I'm going 4-1 because I think Liverpool can concede just because they've got no defensive depth in their team. And every time they play Bournemouth, they smash them. So I'm going to go for 4-1.
Okay. 3-1 Liverpool. I'll go 3-1 Liverpool. We'll get Dow. Yeah, Drew Gunner, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, Bournemouth are good, but they're just going to get spanked. Liverpool's going to have a field day, I think. Brighton visiting Wolves. JEZ.
2-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton. Okay. I'm going to put BHA. Otherwise, Steve Strasburg, Steve, the jersey merchant, will come after me about it. So BHA. There we go. Connor, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 3-0 Brighton. As much as Wolves had a very good performance against Manchester United, I don't know, man. Brighton have got that attacking prowess with them. I just think they're going to go for it, and I think they're going to get a really good result there. So I'm going to say 3-0.
Wolves hung in there. They played all right against Man U, but Man U did not play great.
But if it's the question is, can they do that again? That's the question.
That's true. At home, though, I'm going 2-1 Brighton. No, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
In my prediction, TJ, how you doing that to me now?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, a lot of people saying Brighton.
Yeah,
do you know what?
Say again? Sorry, what'd you say again? I wasn't paying attention.
It's a 3-0. I said 3-0
sorry. I was looking at the chat because they were making fun of me. Go ahead.
Clock Orange actually mentions Evan Ferguson. Obviously, Tottenham are in need of a striker. Saw a thing today that Brighton are actually valuing Evan Ferguson, an 18-year-old, at 120 million pounds.
Okay.
What has happened to this market? And I know they don't want to get rid of him.
Football is finished.
Yeah, I know they don't want to get rid of him because he's obviously that important to them, but that valuation is nuts. 120, but I think they've put it that high so no one gets him because they want to keep him, but still nuts. Crazy stuff. But yeah.
Absolutely finished. Absolutely finished. Okay. Brentford visiting Fulham.
West London Derby.
Yep, West London Derby.
What are you going for, Jez?
I'm going to go 2-1 to Fulham.
That's an interesting one. Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Connor?
I'm going to go 2-0 Brentford. Even though the last time these guys have played, I think it's been a draw like twice or 3 times. But I think Brentford, Fulham, I don't know about them this season. I think Mitrovic is going out the door. I don't know. I'm just feeling a Brentford win here. So I'm going to go for 2-0.
All right.
I think Visser and Mbeumo have got the attack locked down without Tony. So, yeah, I'm going to go with 2-0.
2-0. I am going... Man, Fulham away is tough, man, for Brentford. Yeah. Mbeumo, I just love Mbeumo. I watched him against Spurs. He looked good too. I mean, he only got the pen, but he was moving.
Yeah.
I'm going 1-1. I'm going with the chat. I'm going 1-1 draw with the chat.
There's so many Brentford players that they've got that is just that Brentford have that fans like Rico Henry. I would kill to have him at Arsenal. I genuinely think he's probably the fastest fullback in the league at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe bar Carl Walker, but he's rapid. Absolutely rapid. But yeah, little factor again.
All right, we'll keep an eye on this one. This is another one we're keeping an eye on. Man United visiting Shite Hart Lane. Jess.
That's a good call.
It's going to be a good game. There were some good things that I saw out of Spurs and some not so good things out of United. I think it's going to be a close one.
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Connor?
I'm gonna go the same thing, but with a draw. I'm gonna go 2-2. I just can't put these teams. I can't predict a winner because they've got a lot of similar features. They both don't have a striker, like a good scoring striker. They both have a new goalkeeper. So I think they've got attributes that just can't predict a winner. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-2 draw, man. 2-2 draw.
All right. 3-1 United.
Oh, where are the goals coming from, TJ? That's the question.
I don't know, man. Rashford. Rashford is good enough to get past the defense. The Tottenham defense, I'm sorry, man, is just shocking. It's not that good. Yeah, and they went up against Brentford, who is the only, other than Mbeumo, I really can't name anybody for Brentford that can score.
Visser scores for them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just not so
Ivan Toney was their main goal scorer, but with United, I just don't see the goals.
I just feel it coming. I don't know. And every time I go in for Spurs, okay, they disappoint me and I end up losing. I lose points on this thing. It's a good thing I never put money on these guys ever, because I know what time it is. But everybody's going for a draw on this one, other than me apparently. Man, Highbury's local Badgers even saying Spurs is going to win too.
Fair
All right,
enough.
fair enough. This is an interesting one. Newcastle visiting the Etihad.
Well, I'm going 3-1 Man City.
I'm also going to go 3-1 Man City. I think. Do you know what? It could go two ways. A lot of people are actually thinking Newcastle could win this one, but once City start scoring, you can't stop them. So unless Newcastle pull out a worldie, I reckon Newcastle could hold them at the St James's this season, but at the Etihad, nah, I don't see it. Not this season. Not in this game anyway.
Oh, I'm going with you guys. I'll go down with the ship with you guys. I'm going 3-1. What did Domino say? Domino says 2-1.
It says 2-1, yeah.
All right, fine. All right, Everton visiting Aston Villa. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Jez, what do you think?
2-1 Aston Villa.
Okay.
I'm personally going to go for 2-0 Aston Villa. You said the RB double. Come on, mate.
I'm going 3-0 Aston Villa. Nobody's scoring at Everton. They look terrible.
Maupay is probably, and this is not even just saying that because of the big video that happened with Maupay and AFTV, but Maupay is trash. He is so bad.
I know. And
my personal trainer is an Everton fan, and he literally can't stand Maupay because he just can't score at all. But yeah, he's awful.
Yeah.
Big up, Dal. Welcome back, bro.
big up Dal. Okay, Dal. Real quick. Go off
Run through
now.
Run through it.
2-0 Liverpool.
Next.
2-1 Brighton.
Next.
1-1.
Next.
United 4, Tottenham 0.
Oh, Jesus.
Woo!
Ten Hag will have to figure it out. Oh, shoot. This is a tough one. I'm going to go 2-2 on that one, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Aston Villa 4-1.
Yeah, I think they're gonna come out with a firecracker up their ass after getting beat like they did by Newcastle. I really do. I really do, man.
They'll change things around and have them.
Firmino put 2-0 to Aston Villa, by the way, TJ.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't think Everton are making out this one. I don't think.
No, I think they're going to be in a battle every single time. Big up everybody. 30 people watching right now. Make sure you're smashing the likes. This is one of the more popular American Idiot shows we've had in a minute. So big up everybody. Make sure you're smashing the likes.
I just got to point this out. 30 people in here consistently. Like, you're all legends. We're
killing it.
Consistently 30 people in this. So big up to all of you, man. Big up to all of you.
Absolutely. All right. Last two matches. JEZ Chelsea visiting the London Stadium.
I'm going 2-1 to the Chelsea.
2-1 to the Chelsea. Okay.
I'm going with the same as JEZ. I'm going 2-1 as well to Chelsea.
Even with them losing their captain, you guys are going 2-1?
Yeah, I think West Ham losing their captain, you mean? Or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Are you copying me like I'm copying a certain person?
I don't know, JEZ. Maybe I am. Oh, do you know what? Might be actually. Yeah,
Connor, are you a fraud? Are you a fraud this season?
I may be a fraud, but listen, I ain't getting 3 points
last season.
I am not getting 3 points again. So if I have to cheat off JEZ, I've got to cheat off JEZ. Is what it is. The game's the game, innit? Is what it is. Nah, do you know what? Chelsea, I think, as much as we want to banter them, and I know West Ham just signed Ward-Prowse and Alvarez from Ajax, I just still think that West Ham aren't going to be great this season. I don't know. I just don't see it. But we'll see. We'll wait and see.
I'll go CFC. I'm gonna put CFC here on here. I gotta know the normal way of saying it. Dal, what do you think?
I'm thinking 3-0 Chelsea.
And you guys saw that Reece James is out for almost a month now.
Yeah,
right?
he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
James Ward-Prowse
kind of why I'm like,
joined West Ham. James Ward-Prowse is officially a Hammer.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not going to help them against Chelsea. Their squad's too deep, and they've got some skillful players now. But I still don't think Pochettino's going to have them in the top 4 race. They're just not going to be good enough.
I don't think Chelsea have the goals. I'm still going 1-1.
But I think they're going to
one
crush
draw.
West Ham.
Yep. And then Domino is also in the
Chelsea.
game as the game squad. He is going 2-1 to Chelsea. All right,
Now
and then
the-
last and hopefully certainly not least, we got Arsenal visiting Crystal Palace. And give your desired lineups for Arsenal before you give your score. Okay, Jess, I think you did this earlier, but restate for us what you want to see and give us your final score.
I'm going Martinelli and Saka up front, either Havertz or Trossard behind. I'm going Rice, Odegaard, Partey, Tierney, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White. I think that team would absolutely tear apart Crystal Palace. They've got no strike force now, and I think we will absolutely kill them on the midfield. If he plays that midfield, Rice, Odegaard, Partey, maybe Havertz, Trossard, Martinelli, Saka, right? We'd destroy him. We'd absolutely destroy him. But we know he won't do that. So I'm going to go 2-0 Crystal Palace. 2-0 Arsenal.
Cheers, Jez.
2-0 Arsenal. If Arteta actually wants to get my advice, then that's your team lineup, my friend. Martinelli, Saka, Trossard, Havertz, Rice, Odegaard, Partey, Tierney, Gabriel, Saliba, White. You'll absolutely crucify Crystal Palace.
Yep.
You're welcome, Arteta. Go ahead and copy off of the legend JEZ, the Godfather. He pulls the strings, everybody.
Godspeed.
You heard it here first. Connor.
Yeah, I think I've pretty much said what Jez said. Just got to be strongest 11. It's as simple as that. Like, you're now playing the league. You're not playing pre-season anymore. This ain't no friendlies. This is it. You're now going for it. You're in starting gear. So yeah, I think exactly what Jez said. Go for I was about to say Leno in goal, Ramsdale in goal, but we could see Raya coming in soon. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the stats.
There's a lot of talk about that. There's a lot.
Raya had 150 odd saves last season. Ramsdale only had 90 something, and plus Brentford have only conceded 3 more goals than us. So he's obviously made a lot of crucial saves. So maybe see him coming in soon, but not straight away. Well, we never know. Arteta some mad things. For all we know, he can throw him in straight away, which I wouldn't be against, to be fair. But I can't see that happening straight away. So I'll go with Ramsdale. Yeah, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel. It's probably going to be Zinchenko because he's back now from injury. So I could see him going back into the squad. If not, maybe because he's not fully fit, maybe Kivior because Tierney would never get a shout in Arteta's team, unfortunately. So maybe Kivior. But then, the midfield, it's got to be a 4-3-3 in my opinion. Rice, Partey, Odegaard has been said. And then Martinelli, Saka. And I'd go for Trossard on the basis of Anderson and Guy, I can't know how you pronounce it properly, are 2 very solid centre-backs. I'm going to keep it real. They're probably the best part, bar Eze at the moment, with injuries included. They're probably the best part of that Palace team. I wouldn't even mind Anderson at Arsenal, over Rob Holding. I think Anderson's and Gay, but realistically. So they're very good centre-backs. And I want someone who can weave in and out, very controlling, very skillful, not just presses and just, Trossard has a lot more technical ability, in my opinion, than Eddie Nketiah. And we need that. We need a bit of a little skiller, getting around defenders, really messing up with them. And I think we need that. And that's why Trossard should be playing in this game, in my opinion. So, yeah, Martinelli, Trossard, Saka. And I'm going to go for 3-1 to the Arsenal. I still don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
Woo! Yeah, I guess I don't think we're going to do that. What do you think, Dal?
My realistic hopeful lineup would be Kieran Tierney, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White in a 4-2-3-1 with Partey and Rice in front of the back 4. And I think I'd put Trossard on the left, Odegaard in the middle, and Saka on the right, and give my man Martinelli a chance up front. And I would, at the same time, I would intertwine Trossard and Martinelli on the left in striking position. But that's my lineup, right? Of course, Arteta's not going to listen to me from this, bloke all the way in Oregon. So, for score, I'm going to follow Connor 3-1. I think we can bag 3 goals against them, but I think they'll sneak one in. Maybe a penalty, maybe a set piece that gets in there and Gabriel misses. Right, one of their center backs gets in. I still think they have the ability to score at home, even though we know they're not that good, because Arsenal will find a way to cock something up. So 3.
Yeah, true.
I am going. You know what? I'm going the exact same lineup as Dal. Dal said exactly what I would have said. So yeah, and I'm not even lying because yeah, it is what it is. But I think we're gonna get a clean sheet. Arsenal 3-0.
I hope so, but I just feel like there's going to be something where like IU will score, because IU always loves to perform against Arsenal. Always.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Gabriel Bozo gene looks like, because we haven't seen it yet this season. So it just takes Gabriel one swift miss of the ball. We could easily give up a goal to Crystal Palace. Even though they don't have Zaha, they don't have much of an attack. But be real, we're not that solid defensively right now.
Yeah. Hey, Yeti, we're about to wrap up, man. But you, next time, if you come in after a thrilling victory by your team, if you want to come on, we'll shoot you the link. But we're about to wrap up here in a minute. Big up yourself, my friend. Big up yourself. Go ahead, Jez. What were you gonna say?
No, I just want to explain my tactic for my lineup team.
Come on, Jez.
You could mark Trossard or Havertz sat behind, right? And I think that is the place for Havertz, right? He could slot in there, right? Then you've got Rice, Odegaard, Partey. So you could have Partey and Rice overlapping. You've got your 2 wing backs in Tierney and White chasing behind. They can cut into midfield when they are your 2 midfielders up on and crossing in. Yeah, very much like dare I say it, how Herbert Chapman played football, and he actually played the style of football invented the style of football that teams play today. So maybe Mr. Arteta, you might want to go back in your history books and actually look at that, because back in the time when managers wouldn't let their wing backs or defenders go over the halfway line until he invented it when he was a manager at Huddersfield. Okay. He went on to win 3 league championships on the bounce. Wow. He then came to Arsenal. Arsenal then won their first FA Cup, and then went on to successfully win 3 league championships on the bounce. All right, he didn't win all of them. He only won 1 because unfortunately he died, and then George Allison, who won the next 2. But what he did, he promoted the fact that the midfielders played up the side and crossed in, and he developed the WM formation. Maybe Mr. Arteta, go back and look at that, because that way you might actually win something. Dare I say it, guys? Arsene Wenger used to play that formation. He did that, and he won nothing, did he? And also, dare I say it, a certain manager, George Graham, also played that formation. He played it where you let your midfield wing, your left and right wingers go forward, interchange, and then you let your right and left wing backs go forward and get into midfield and support your midfield. I'm just saying it. I'm just a numpty YouTuber. But, it might work. It might work, Mr. Arteta. Give it a go.
All right. And with that, guys, we are going to begin wrapping up. Big up everybody in the chat. I did want to highlight this real quick. Arsenal since 1987. I went on panel, not in a good place right now. Went to the doctors. I shouldn't be saying this. They put me on an antidepressant. Don't feel embarrassed by that at all. at all.
No,
It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world that we live in, and we all need a little help. Arsenal since 1987. So don't worry about that, my friend. You always have a family with us. And yeah, nothing to be ashamed of, my man. I just want to say, I want to say that out loud. We see you, we hear you, and if you need anything, you just reach out. All right.
100%. Listen, I'll quickly touch on that. Listen, there's always people here. This is why I like this community of people. There's always people here to talk to. So if you ever need to reach out to me on Arsenal since 1987, there's always, if you ever drop your ats in here into your Instagrams or your social medias or anything, even your phone number, there's always people in here willing to talk and help. So don't ever feel like you're alone, bro. Trust me, I know about all that kind of stuff. Never feel like you're alone. There's always people. Even if you don't think there's people, there is that do care. Even if we're just people for a screen and talking about our club, we will always support people, one another. So yeah, I hope you're all right, man. And if you ever need anyone to talk to, we're always here.
100%, 110%.
I don't know how old you are, young man, but shit happens in life. If you ever want to have a chat, man, I've been through shit. We've all of us have been through shit. I'm the oldest in the group. If you ever want to have a chat privately, you're more than welcome. I talk to you for hours. I bore you to death, but mate, if you want to have a chat, seriously, I mean seriously. Have a chat, man.
Yeah, 100%. All right, be well, everybody. Again, everybody be well. Game Killer, I wanted to say this too. Next Friday, Champions League group stages draw. We will be doing a live watch along.
Let me help you out with that. Barcelona, Milan, and Bayern Munich.
Oh God, we are in trouble, everybody. We are in trouble. Big trouble.
And congratulations to Yeti. 2-1, baby. 2-1.
He's not happy.
Chris Wood. It was a header. It was a header.
Yeah, you got to get the 3 points where you get them, bro, because you may be relegation fodder this season. Don't hate me for that.
They got Matt Turner and God. They're all good. They got Matt Turner.
Yeah, and by the way, this is 100% correct by Drew Gunner. By the way, I suffer long-term depressions. These streams have pulled me out of the mud several times. Several times. So yeah, everybody supports everybody here. So never hesitate to reach out ever. All right, and by the way, people were asking if I was going to do a watch along. Tony, I have to work during the Crystal Palace game. I'll be watching. And I'll be doing so. I'll be coming in and out of the watch along as we do it. So,
Tony, you're doing watch along. I'll pop in for a bit, Tony.
Yeah, cool. We'll all be
But
in and out of your watch along, Tony. Big up every single time, my friend. Big up every single time. And again, the love coming through the chat right now. This is why we do this. This is why I love hosting this channel and being a part of this community has been an absolute pleasure. I have my favorite formation 442 subscribers right now, and I couldn't be more blessed to know this community, and I'm very, very thankful for every single one of you guys that follow me and have helped me build this channel and really, really become a part of this family. I was in the chat, now I'm on camera, and I still feel the same amount of gratefulness, for lack of a better word, as I did before. I don't even think that's a word, but still. All right, on that note, let's go ahead and send it out. JEZ, shout yourself out. 4K. 4K. JEZ, shout yourself out, man. And then we're gonna get out of here.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. Look, I've made 4K. Yeah, it's brilliant. Love it. Arsenal history and more. It's great. I've developed the channel, but it's not just me. It's you guys. You guys have supported me. You've come on, chatted. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Dow, I've known you a long while. Connor, your amazing graphics has built my channel. TJ, I apologise for forcing you into doing this because I did.
Thanks, JEZ. It wrote me in too.
Thanks, JEZ.
Yeah, sorry. YouTube community, I do apologise for doing it. No, I'm taking bloody piss. I love your content, man. But yeah, it's Arsenal history and more. Everything to do with Arsenal. I'm trying to make some difference this season. I'm going to get on different football fans, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm copying somebody, I'm told. But there we go. That person's going to get absolutely roasted. Maybe later, maybe Sunday. But it is what it is. We have a wonderful community in the chat, and I love talking to different people. And your show tonight, awesome. I love when you do your predictions. I always get them wrong. And
Did you see my score last week? Connor gets them wrong, not you, Jez.
Yeah, I get them wrong at this point.
It just shows actually I know absolute crap all about football, and that's fair play. So, no, I love it, man. Thank you, and thank you for all your support in getting me to 4K. Thank you very much.
All right, Connor, shout yourself out, my man.
You guys know where to find me at this point. CMO.editing. If you need any editing for your YouTube channels, social medias, anything like that, feel free to hit me up there. I've got some more stuff coming up soon, hopefully, with the new person I'm working with who just hit me up today. Some more updates on that soon. It's actually looking good. I'm loving, I know, to my own horn, I love this new backdrop we've got.
The layout is so clean. Thank you so much.
For day one, I think this is pretty good. And I think give me a bit more time and I think I'll be able to make something pretty special. So and I'm very OCD, if no one knows. So like having everything in the right place and like the comments just being able to pop up perfectly like that, like it's lovely. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. And hopefully more to come. And big up everyone on the panel, TJ, Dal, and of course JEZ. Again, congratulations, bro, on 4K. You deserve it, mate. And hopefully 5K comes even quicker. And great show. And I hate Monday Night Football because Arsenal could ruin my week. They could really ruin it. I don't want them to. So fingers crossed. Come on, you Gunners, and they get the win. But TJ, thank you very much for having me on. Dal, of course, Kairos with the most. And of course, JEZ. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.
And last but not least, my co-host with the most, Dal.
Well, thanks again, TJ. Great stream, and everybody
Love
in
it.
the chat as usual. My gosh, 32 people, I think, at one point. See a lot of names and a lot of people I really, really care about. And again, has helped me got through some COVID. JEZ was instrumental in that. League Gunner. Rest in peace, Chig. I talked a lot with Chig during that time. So Arsenal 87, we're here for you. We hear you. And you got a community here that really is here to support you in whatever you need. And with Connor, again, I'm not looking for the Monday game either because I don't like to be the team that's chasing the points. Right? I want to be the team that plays first thing Saturday morning. We get the 3 points, but hey, we got to work hard on Monday and get it done. But again, thanks TJ for a great show. Of course, the chat panel, up the R's.
Yep. All right. So this has been TJ Warren TV. I want to thank. So at the end of in the description of every single show now, we are going to display the partners of TJ Warren TV, whether that be an individual like Connor doing the editing, or channels, or just anybody who helps this channel. So any of our partners, obviously JEZ, I want to add your channel to that description every single time. I want to add, obviously, Tottenham Away, the Perchy TV, any channel that we regularly do content with, we will add to the description for every single video. I want to say thank you to all of our partners that help make this channel what it is. So you'll see that. And obviously, Tony Claude TV is a partner of this channel as well. So I just want to say we will be adding links to your channel to every single video. So thank you so much again for helping this channel grow. That is a new thing that we are doing on TJ Warren TV. Catch me and Tony over on Tony Claude Gunner TV. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a simulcast for that one, just because I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to be there the entire time. So I will be on and off Tony Claude Gunner TV just because I have to work, and then obviously we'll do the normal match reaction afterwards because I'll be off work by the time the match ends. So tune in for that. And then obviously I will be on the Perchy TV for our normal rival show, 6 p.m. UK time. I will be back on Tottenham Away for North London is ours this week as well.
You missed a great show, man. You missed a great show.
I know. I missed. Well, no, I think they like you more than they like me now, which honestly is fine. Stell's a fraud. Ha ha. And then obviously we'll be back next week with potentially a very, very big guest for our 25th episode of the American Idiot Show. I'm just tying up some loose ends with that individual. So if we can get this individual on for the 25th episode, it would be immense. So again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for letting me waffle on the outro here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Come on, you Gunners. And you know what? We got to get it done, boys. We got to get it done. Please don't.